What's up, you guys? I'm B.Simone.
And I'm Megan Ashley.
And welcome to the Know For Sure podcast, where we talk about healing, growing, evolving, and having the tough conversations.
Yes, and we also talk about relationships, not just romantic relationships, but platonic relationships.
Like the relationship I have with my best friend, Megan Ashley, of 20 years.
20 years, baby.
Yes, baby. Do you know for sure?
I think I know for sure, but what I do know for sure is after this episode, you're going to know something for sure.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the Know For Sure podcast. This is part 2 of the episode last week.
Yeah, so get ready. I would grab some tissues.
It's
going to get a little deep.
It is.
But welcome to part 2.
Welcome to part 2. Enjoy. I'm excited about that.
We sold out of our first show.
Our first show. Jesus. We were so mad. Y'all, we put the tickets on Patreon. That's another reason why y'all just need to get the subscription. Stop playing.
You have to, because it's like, what are you doing?
Because they get everything first. You know, we put the link on Patreon, and we were mad at Ticketmaster because we thought there was a glitch in the system.
Because all the floor seats were going so fast.
All the floor seats were almost gone in less than 5 minutes.
You don't understand. We were on FaceTime with Boss Lady and me and you. And I have the phone flipped around. I'm like, something's wrong. I'm like, call Aaliyah.
She's like, they're selling out.
She's like, I told you guys. It was going to.
They're not selling out this fast. We only put it on Patreon.
Gone.
Patreon bought the whole floor.
And then over the next, so then we didn't even put the tickets out, like publicize
They found it.
until Friday night, right? Was it Friday night?
It was
Saturday night. No, it was Friday night. Because we had all Saturday.
Yeah.
And then it sold out Sunday night.
Less than 48 hours.
Sold out.
And
you guys don't understand. I was like obsessed. I was on Ticketmaster refreshing.
I loved it.
I was refreshing it every 5 minutes.
I loved it. I was like, she got that little bug. Like, she's like, we need to sell out. That's how she felt about the merch too.
But you know what? I'm starting to find the things that I'm really passionate about within the business.
I love that.
Like I'm really into, you know, that I'm really into the merch.
Yeah.
Like I'm really into that. And I'm kind of becoming more into the structure of the content. Like how we were talking about how we were going to structure the episodes, like making it like I'm really getting into that more. And I want to, Yeah,
she's an experienced person.
Yeah,
the overall experience.
I like the overall experience. Yeah,
the detail.
But I want to I want to take more ownership over those type of things. I love that. And being like, nope, this.
Yep.
This is what I want to happen.
Yep.
This.
And it has to happen like that.
Yeah, it needs to go like this.
Yep.
And I love that we're being very like.
And we're both like that though.
No, we need this.
We're like, well, what's the rate? Because it can't be this. This is the standard. It needs to be that. Yep.
But the experience is going to be so amazing. I know that we've been stressing out so much about like the things that I know that really are going to come together and be fine. It's the cherry on
top. Yeah, it's not the,
But yeah.
But even like the little idea we got yesterday from the Sound Bowl experience.
That's going to be beautiful.
That's exciting. Those details are exciting and important to the overall energy. We're setting the tone.
Yeah.
We're setting the tone. We're setting the energy and allowing people to come in and feel like when we walked into the Sound Bowl. We did a Sound Bowl yesterday, y'all. Meditation like in Malibu on the beach. And from the
overlooking the beach. It was because I thought we were really going to be on the beach.
Me too.
And I'm kind of happy we weren't.
Sand and dust and I'm happy we weren't.
That was perfect.
It was perfect. Overlooking the water. But from the moment we walked into her environment, she set the tone.
Yeah.
She had it was laid out. There was a rose on each mat. There was a cover. There was a blanket. There was water. She set the tone. And that's how I want our shows and our experiences to be with our supporters. From the moment they enter, we set the tone. So their heart is open. Yes. And they're comfortable and they can just.
That's what we were talking about last night. And me, Shekinah, and Baby J, I was telling them how like that was a good example of like how important setting the tone for your presence is for your own self. Like how the lady had it all done when we entered in her presence
into her environment.
We were immediately disarmed and like everything kind of came down because she set the tone for her environment. Right. And we have to do the same thing within ourselves. Like we have to set the tone for our own environment. This space here around, like, this is my space.
Yep.
And so when you come into my space,
Yep.
even if you on some BS,
Yep.
because I've prepared my environment,
Yep.
that is automatically going to be like this.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
going to be a disarming. Like,
Yep.
I want my presence to be disarming.
Yeah.
And that starts with getting up early and doing a devotion and praying and meditating and sitting and being intentional. Like, that has to be.
And that's what she had to do. She had to set an intention. Why are you here? You know, be intentional. What do you want to happen today?
What I loved that she did too is she was like, we're not playing small. Did you hear her say that?
Yeah.
She was like, bigger.
She said, think bigger.
She said, think bigger.
And then your mind,
it exploded.
Instantly went bigger.
It's exploded. It exploded.
It instantly was like the rays just went bigger. And then
that has to be in the show.
And it shows that's where you are.
But that has to be in the show. Somebody has to do that.
Has to.
Somebody has to be like, everybody close your eyes, everybody clap. All right, what do you want?
What is your intention?
All right, now
why
think
are you
bigger.
Here? Why are you here?
Yeah, why are you here?
Why did you buy that ticket? Why did you want to come to this room? Why did you buy the
What called you here?
What called you here? What do you want more of in your life? What are you trying to heal from? What is your word of the year? Forget your word of the year. What is your word of the day?
Mm-hmm.
What do you need today? Mm-hmm. That's intent. Mm-hmm. You know,
that has to happen.
It has to
whatever
happen.
that is. Because that moment,
experience.
It prepared you for the environment that you were getting ready to enter into. Like, for the experience that we were getting ready to have, it prepared us for that experience.
Yep.
Because had she not done that, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not sure my mind would have went.
Yeah.
I could have thought about all the sad things. I didn't think about one sad thing.
Me, not one.
I didn't think about the past. I didn't think about anything that was hurting me. I only thought and saw the things that I want in the future, like all of the future things.
Yep.
Not one sad thought came over me.
Yep. Yeah. It was dope.
And you know what was crazy too? When she was going in between us, because she had us all laying out and we had our eyes closed, and these beautiful sounds. I mean, the sound bowl, and then they had what did she call it? The wave?
The ocean.
Ocean.
It sounded
like an
like
ocean.
You were in the ocean. That was wild. It was like an ocean sound.
It was so loud.
It felt like you were in a wave.
It felt like you were submerged
in the water.
Like, I don't know.
It was all that was going on. You didn't even open your eyes though.
Yeah, I didn't open my eyes one time.
Nothing.
But the parts where they were walking over, there were times where her body went over the sun, and it cast like this thing. And in my mind, because I'm visualizing and manifesting all these things, and I'm seeing all these things and dreaming, that gray shadow came, and not one time did my mind go to, it was just like, this is a gray cloud that will move. Like, that's all I was like. I was like,
temporary.
It's temporary.
Yep.
It's something that is here and it's moving.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
And I don't know. There was just that. It was just the energy of it all. I just didn't have any negative.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. It was a great experience, you guys. We'll have a little video pop up here. Ding.
Hopefully.
If you're watching YouTube, you'll see it. If you're not,
it was beautiful. And then Patreon, you'll see it, a blog of it.
Yeah.
On Patreon, you guys will see that. But it was just
the whole experience
beautiful.
On Patreon. It was, and then when you wake up, before you even wake up, you feel things. Like, I think something hit my hand. I don't know.
Bug. I felt a bug, and I said,
"Get off me!" Something. But you're so in the moment that even outside noises. I heard a helicopter.
I heard them doing construction to the left of us. Yep.
But you zone it all out and you're in the moment. It wasn't like I opened up my eyes to see who was banging.
Yeah. It almost becomes a part of the experience.
Yes.
You know, everything starts to work together.
Yep.
And us all being there together.
That was powerful. And
she said powerful. That. She was like, she said that. She was like, a bee. She was like, as I was doing she's like, a bee landed on me. And bees, I guess, mean prosperity.
Okay. I know it started with a P.
And she was like, this is a very powerful group. She was like prosperity and abundance. She was like, this group is very powerful. And I just think that's because we had the same mentality.
Yep.
And we're all working towards kind of the same goal.
The same goal.
So us coming together
Yep.
and being in that moment was like,
Yep.
ugh.
And
it was
even
wet.
like a good point you made in the car when I asked, because she asked us to think of our intentional word, think of your word, and then she had us all say our word out loud on 3. And the words we said, like my word was purpose, Kina's word was do, your word was confidence. I think only me and Imani had the same word. Hers was purpose. Baby Jay's word was clarity.
And Frankie was something
love.
else. Love.
What was Jay's word? Persevere. But like you said, Megan was like, nobody said money, success,
cars,
a car,
house,
big house, like
lots of followers,
y'all,
$1 billion business.
Even that.
Not even that.
Even that.
Not
because
even that.
if you have all those things that we yelled out, you have all that.
Yep.
All that comes with all of.
But you got to have the root.
You got to have the foundation. But even us yelling out those words show how aligned we are.
Yeah.
Not one person said, billionaire B.
Yeah. Yeah. $1 million mix. It's like no one said that. Everybody
I want
was
everybody to like me.
Confidence, perseverance, purpose, love, clarity. Like if you have those things, I love those words, by the way. Do.
Love. Do. What is that? What is that?
Do it. Do. Action. Yeah.
Just do.
Just do.
I love that.
I love the fact, because if you have those things as your root foundation, you have clarity, purpose, confidence, perseverance, love, action, do. Like if you have those things, then it doesn't matter what the situation is. You're always going to come out victorious.
It doesn't matter.
Because that is
all you need.
All you need.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if... It just doesn't matter.
Yep. And
you're always going to be successful.
Always with the foundation. And when we woke up, y'all, we did not. Well, I will speak for myself, but I felt like no one cared about anything outside of that moment. Nothing.
I didn't even think of anything outside of that moment.
What? We overlooked the ocean. We were touching lavender and rubbing it on us. Like there were bees. I'm like, it's fine. Like I was just so in the moment. It wasn't like, there's a bee. Don't put that plant on me. You know, like the stuff that the everyday stuff you just think of as a human in the flesh and not living in the moment. But we were just so in tune with nature.
And the water.
What?
The water.
The water?
Oh, man.
I'm like, are you talking about the ocean or the sparkling water?
Both. That water after was needed. That sparkling water after was needed. It was necessary.
Because that sparkling water was hitting.
Oh, it was hitting.
Was like,
bussing. I said, thank you. I appreciate it. But the water, just looking out at the water and watching the sun hit every wave and watch the light reflect and how far back it went and the calmness of it all and the beauty of it all. It was just like, wow, God did that.
Yep, he did that. And he was in every moment of that. He was right there with us.
Braylon's old.
But
before we lay back, she says, in Jesus' name.
What? Because you don't know who. All right, now I don't know what, sound bowls, rocks, all you got in Jesus' name. We going to this. We about to do a sound bowl bath in Jesus' name with Jesus. Now, I don't know what else y'all believe, but that lady said lay back. I said in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name, I will lay back.
Because you got to cover it.
I have to cover that.
You got to cover it.
I don't need you conjuring up nothing.
Over here.
Over here.
Rebecca? What was her name? Anna?
But she was great.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. Like you said, we have to bring.
And the day afterwards, we were kind of talking about the experience, and they were saying how, like, science backs this up, that it backs up the sound, the healing, the vibrations, what it does to your physical body.
Your cells, how it cures you.
Cures your cells. It can regenerate new cells in your body. So, like, science backs it up for sure. But then and then that one lady, she was like, it allowed me to get closer to God. She was like, that moment of just being silent and intentional. And that's a hard thing, to be still and silent.
What? Meditation is difficult. Your brain goes everywhere. I gotta walk the dog. Where's Uno?
Where is Uno?
I haven't seen my son in almost 3 months. Poor Uns. Not poor Uns. He's happy.
He's so happy.
He's so happy. I miss that kid.
No, you don't.
When I think about him, I do. I think about him often. No. He with my cousin, y'all. He is fine.
She's renovating her condo. She literally can't. It's not a place for Uno right
Every
now.
time I walk into that house, that's you. I'm like, are y'all done? Jesus.
Not at you.
They gave me a date, and I said, on this day, there will be
What date?
consequences. February 16th.
Oh, yay. They said all the furniture.
Done.
Everything.
Everything except for, which I understand because we redid it, the master bath. But it should be, that should be the only room taped off and ducked off. Everything else, please. Everything. I beg of thee, everything. Please.
So are you having to sleep over that night or wait till your bathroom's done?
Wait till the bathroom's done.
No. The second they laid that last piece of furniture, I'm in there like swimwear. I got a bag packed, babe. I need a place to stay anyway.
Stop. Megan Ashley. What you want to talk about? It's up to you, babe. I've said all I could say about my week.
Is that the last recap? We had a great
church.
Oh, church, yeah.
After, so yesterday we did the sound bath. But
the night before.
The night before, we potted for 3 days. 3 days. I'm sorry, y'all. We potted for 3 episodes.
4. We did 4.
Did we? No, we did
only
3.
did 3?
We did 3.
Oh,
we had 3 guests. We were going to do 4.
Yeah,
this was going to be the 4th, but we didn't want to miss church. Ernestine invited us to church, Revelation LA here. And it was great.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. You know, I went into it being open, being like wanting to be like, okay, like I'm open to this. I'm open to receiving God in this moment. You know, being intentional. But it was a good experience.
It was. It was nice to be together to go to church. Just that, like, even if it was
family time,
that just being together and going to church and, freely worshiping together. That was nice.
Yeah. The word was good.
The word was so good.
So good. I love the way he preaches too.
Yeah.
Like he breaks it down and
he was talking about what was it, the gene pool?
Gene pool. Generational gene pool. And how anything that is like negative or the I can't, the I'm not worthy, that's not in the gene pool was messed up. But that's not who you came from. We come from God. So anything that is not that is like what's the word? Not infected, the gene pool, but you know what I mean? It's not that's not your genes. Like we come original, from God. We were made in his image. So yes, he's like, yeah, you're supposed to step on the devil's head and be like,
get off me.
Get off me.
Yeah, get off
like,
me.
Ew, get off me. Get off me, son.
Get off me.
Yeah, like, but the way he described it was just like, wow, like, you're right.
Yeah.
Like, I am that because of who I come from. It's in my genes.
Yeah.
You know? But that
the
was
way
good.
he broke it down was really, really good.
Yeah.
And the worship was great. It was long.
It was a little long. My back. I had to sit down, get up, sit down, get up. And you know, Megan's childish, so we had a few giggles.
Megan's childish?
Giggles.
But is Megan childish?
I'm childish.
Or are we childish?
I'm childish, and then I drag her into it, and then she's childish with me. But we be thinking
the same.
The same.
You know how many times I was fighting not saying things?
I couldn't.
Because I was like,
focus on the message.
It's like be present and worship God.
Yeah. But God know.
But church is the funniest place you could ever visit.
You'd be like, all right, why are you trying to out-sing her? You trying to out-sing, okay.
He said, watch this.
When he got that mic.
When he grabbed that mic, he dragged that mic.
Like, yeah.
Anyway, watch this. He said,
He brought that mic to the middle. It was his
time for solo. Here we go, guys.
He's like.
From the top. Start it over.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was fun though.
It was good.
It was a good experience.
It was good.
The word was good.
I got my message.
B got spoke to.
Yeah. And that leads to why we're doing the fast next week. But Megan's been encouraging fasting. She's like on February 1st until the show.
Yeah.
22 days.
Yeah. I feel that strongly about it.
Yeah. So
really
I'm going to do that again with something different.
Yeah.
I have to give up something that, you know.
Yeah.
I can't do water for 22.
No.
Jesus.
My mom did it for a long time. Water for, I don't know how long it was, but it was not like a 3-day or 7-day. She did it for a very long time. And I just forget how long she did it. I have to ask her. But I've never done this.
Yeah.
With just wahoo, Lord.
I've done juice, like 3-day juice cleanse.
Yeah.
But you can have green juice,
water.
beet juice. Like it feels like you're having, not meals, so that sounds crazy, but kind of.
He said water.
Water from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I'm waking up at 3 every day.
To binge eat.
I'm waking up at 3 p.m. I'm gonna have a nice little 2-hour fast, and I'm eating.
Oh, I thought you meant I'm waking up at 3 a.m. to eat as much as I can.
Until 6.
Yeah.
Well, that probably too. And then I'm going back to sleep, and I'll wake up at 4. And then I only fast for an hour. No. But it's like you can't do that.
You can't cheat the fast.
Jesus. But it's like I fasted.
I did it.
I didn't have
you didn't get no message because all you did was think about food instead of God.
And sleep.
And sleep. But yeah,
I encourage people to do that, not even just like obviously for a spiritual thing, but fasting is just, I think everybody should do it.
Yeah.
I think you should do it, not every day, but you should fast and make it a part of your lifestyle, because the clarity that comes that you get in those moments when you're just fasting and you're focused and setting your attentions on something higher and decreasing your
flesh.
Your flesh
desires.
and your focus on other things. Like I'm not focused on other things. And when you're really focused on, because when you're hungry,
let me tell you something.
it's like, God, this has to be worth it, because I'm not eating right now.
I'm about to chew my arm.
It makes you want to pray and be like, God, please show me. Show me.
Please.
Make worth my while.
Fill my stomach because it's empty.
Fill me.
Fill me up, buttercup.
Not fill me up, buttercup.
Ooh, yeah. So the fast start Monday.
And we're excited.
By the time y'all hear this, I'll be done. We're on my 3rd day.
I can't wait.
Can't wait. He gonna talk. I'm gonna listen.
Oof. Ooh, he gonna talk.
Oof.
Oof, he gonna say.
Oh, I don't know. Some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm supposed to leave. We're all supposed to leave tomorrow. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna change my flight a little later. I'm gonna fly out tomorrow after church.
Oh, you can go to church?
One more time.
Yeah.
Just one more time. See if
what time does church start? Because I might change mine.
We can. We should. We could leave at 2. Well, no, because church is 5 hours long. But the service starts at 10. We could leave at 6. We should do that.
It just depends on what time we get home.
Okay.
But we'll check.
Okay, we'll check.
Because, I kind of want to go.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Check out of here. Take our stuff. We'll still have the rental. Put all our stuff in the rental. Go to church. Grab some food and head to the airport.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Could you stay?
This church,
I would love
church
for y'all to
is.
stay.
It just can't be. We can't be there until 10.
Like, so what is the service? Yeah. But I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, we should go for sure.
We should go tomorrow. We're already here. That's why I was like, we're already here. Just make the flight a little long,
Yeah, checkout's not till 11, so yeah, that works.
Yep.
Okay.
Deal. So yeah. Anything else you want to It's literally no pressure. I just want to know where we're going with this.
Do it interview style. It'll be better if I answer questions than because I don't know where to say about.
How do you feel?
I feel hopeful.
That was a good answer.
Yeah, I feel hopeful. I feel like it's really, really, I'll just say this. It's really, really hard to have a podcast where you're so vulnerable and so transparent, and you have to not keep something secret, because it's not a secret, but it's just a very personal thing that doesn't just affect me.
Yep.
My kids are everything to me, and I would never want to say anything that could affect them. And so I have been quiet since the beginning of this podcast about, you know, my relationship. And I feel like a lot of people want to know, like, oh, you never talk about your husband, or you never talk about your marriage. You know, and it wasn't to, I do believe things are private. So I'm not saying I'm not a private person, but I'm not that person that's like, my relationship is private and you know.
Yeah, you're
but
an open book.
If it was a healthy relationship, then obviously I wouldn't be private about it. I think that because it was not that, then and my kids are involved, you know, I didn't want to, and I wasn't in the place that I'm in now.
I was about to say that. And you come out of so much.
Yeah.
You've come out of so much. And I see it on you, in you, every second of every day.
Yeah.
I see, because I saw that and I see this, and it's like night and day.
Yeah.
The person you are walking, you're not even the person fully yet that you're going to be. And it's beautiful to see. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes in that, like you said, it's not a secret. Number one, it's no one's business. But because we have a platform where we're so vulnerable, I know you wanted to share that.
Share more of my experience
in that way.
It's not about
but you had to make it through some things first. You had to fix some things first before you hopped on the mic and spoke out of emotion or anger or sadness or frustration. Like, you had to go on your personal journey first, and then you know, have space to articulate it after what you know went through and still going through.
And I don't think it's a thing where I'm like, I could fully get into all of it, because there are still remnants of frustrations and remnants of sadness, and there are still remnants of that. But overall, you know, I'm in a way healthier place than I was in a year ago, 2 years ago. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
Oh, you were like interview style. I'm like,
that's fine.
trying to figure out questions to ask.
Okay.
So with our audience, and you kind of like leading into talking about that, are you comfortable saying your relationship status?
So I am currently going through a divorce.
Okay.
Well, have been going through a divorce.
Yeah.
And it's just so weird.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm always known as, she's married, she's married, she's married.
Yep. And even me, like on the panel the other day.
It's just like a natural habit.
I felt so bad, but I knew she didn't
it's okay.
take it personal, but it was in my mind. Like, I'm like, as soon as we get off this panel, I'm going to tell her I apologize.
No, it wasn't.
We're on the panel. I'm like, because y'all know I'm single and she married. She been married for 12 years. I'm like,
but it's just so used to saying that, because it was such a part. I mean, I was never ashamed of that.
For sure.
You know, I was never ashamed of being married, because I think marriage is a beautiful thing. Even now, I still think marriage is a really beautiful thing
with the right person.
And it has to be the person that aligns. Like the alignment really does need to be there. But it's the other thing too is like, I would never talk about this without my children knowing, and they didn't know, so they didn't know until you know, kind of recently, because their protection, their safety, mentally, emotionally, physically, is of the utmost importance to me. And like, I don't
that's first.
Yeah, that's first.
You owe them, like, not the world.
Yeah. So, and even like sharing it, like I asked my 12-year-old, I was like, do you mind if I share this? Like, how do you feel about that? And he was like, you know, I respect it. Like, you have a platform, like you should talk about that. But, you know, and he gave me his parameters on what he didn't want me to say or what he wasn't comfortable with. And I respect that because it's not, you know, God chose, even though I do believe that when God chose me to do this, when God chose us to do it, he called my children as well, and he had them in mind. So so they are very much a part of this. But you know, they're still kids and they love their dad, and I want to protect that and respect that forever. You know, like I tell him all, I'm like, we might be beefing, but they not beefing with you, and they're not beefing with me. So we need to always protect, you know, how I always want to protect the way my children see their father.
Because even though y'all aren't together forever, that's their dad forever.
Forever, yeah. And we're always, we're a family regardless of what it looks like. We are a family. And, you know, I'm not mad at him.
Yep.
You know, I'm not, and not to say that I wasn't.
Yeah.
Because there have been plenty of
times and seasons.
Angry times. I mean, like fighting the urge to not hate somebody. Like really fighting that urge. Because it can quickly happen. With one situation, one disagreement, one, like you can literally just
let yourself go there.
You know, and I will always fight to never have that, because I don't want to hate anybody, but I definitely don't want to hate the person that I'm co-parenting with. But yeah, I think that I always, you know, I want to always make sure I protect their view of their father and their relationship with him, because my experience with him was my experience with him. And that may not be the experience that other people will have with him, maybe in his future relationships that he might have, you know, that may not be their experience with him. But that was my experience with him. So I want to make sure that stays here, that doesn't spread to other, you know what I mean?
And even it influence other people's, like you said, not other people's, but your children's.
Especially my kids.
Because they're going to have their own experience with their father, you know?
And
what were you saying? You said even. I'm sorry, I ut you off.
I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, having that conversation with the boys wasn't easy. And it wasn't easy for me. They took it surprisingly very well.
Because when you told me, I'm like, those are the boys you raised, though. So mature, so. I'm like, they reacted that way because of the way you raised them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Eli is so, he's just.
The best.
He called you too? Oh, yeah, he called me today. I'm like, I called him back, no answer. I'm like, what, did he butt dial me? I was excited. I saw the little Eli and I got a heart by his name. I'm like, where you at? But,
so mature.
And even Jonah, his answer was like.
Jonah was only concerned about chores.
He was like.
He's like, I have to do double chores?
Does that mean double chores? I'm like.
I was like, Jonah.
But the fact that they weren't crumbled by it. Or
I know that they're disappointed, and I could feel that. I could feel that they're disappointed, but they weren't. I don't think they were shocked. And I think that's a large part because we weren't pretending to be
okay.
Something that we weren't. You know, we weren't pretending to be like this happily married couple in front of our children. Especially, like, I wasn't pretending to be nothing.
You're
I'm like I can't do that. I'm
like,
not.
This is
I cannot do that. I cannot. But so they, you know, I think that I don't know if that helped or not, but I think that it helped.
Be shocking.
Yeah, and they were very like, you know, they were okay. I was the one that was a mess. I mean, out of anybody, I'm the one at the table. Everyone's fine. I'm at the table like bawling my eyes out because I feel so bad because it's like I can't believe I'm actually having this conversation. With my kids.
But even that, like, I want to say this on the record, not off the record, on the record, on the mic, like, as much as you fought for that family unit and to make the decision, like, this is not for me, this is not what, you didn't make a rational, quick, impulsive decision based off emotion or anger or it was a journey. And you waited and you were like, until God tells me to move, I am going to sit in the same position every single second of every day until God tells me to move. Like that makes me emotional. That is honorable. Like I admire that about you. You are not shaken by emotion, by anger, by like you waited. You waited. You know, I know how bad you wanted that, like, especially for your kids, you know?
Because it becomes bigger than you when you get married. And even if you, like, you know, I was young, you know, I was 20. And I got pregnant with Eli at 19 and had him at 20, and then quickly got married right after that. So we were super, super young, and
not nearly the same people as you are today.
Yeah. And and you think that it's like, even with the mistakes that you have, you want to make it right for your kids once you have kids. You want to do right by them at least.
Yep.
And, it wasn't an easy decision, and it still isn't an easy decision, if that makes sense. But it was the decision that I made, and it was the decision that I know that was right for me and where I feel like God is taking me. And there were just certain things that, when you're living fully in your purpose, there are just certain things and energies and people that don't align with that can't come with it. You know what I mean? In order to fully execute what I feel like he wants me to do.
Yeah.
And even beyond that, because I don't want to make it seem like it's like, oh, you chose your career over your family, because it wasn't that. It was more of a purpose. It is a purpose thing.
Yeah.
And it's.
But even you saying like the best decision for me, I think you made the best decision for everyone.
Yeah, I do too.
For everyone involved.
Yeah.
For him, for your children, for every person.
Yeah.
It wasn't just for you. This was, I feel like, what God called you to do. He called you to it. He's going to pull you through it.
Yeah.
And it was the best decision for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And you made the right decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a journey, and like I tell you every time, we're going through this together.
Yeah.
I know no one will ever know exactly what you go through, but you have a support system, and I don't want people to get so caught up in, well, what happened?
Yeah.
What did it, because that's not important.
Yeah.
What's important is her showing her truth and expressing how she maneuvered through these situations, no matter what the situation is. Don't focus on the because none of that matters. Her sharing her experience, this can help her not only heal, because I know how bad you want it to be like, well, when do I talk about it? When do I say it? When do I, we see the comments. You want to be truthful.
Yeah.
But, don't get so caught up in the why or whatever. Understand that this is a journey she's been on for a while.
A
long time. And the testimony of how she handled it gracefully is more important than, well, what happened? So I don't want the y'all to get, consumed in that.
Yeah. Because because that was for me. The what happened
was your experience.
Was my experience.
Yeah.
How I got through it is what I think
you want to share.
I want to share.
Yes,
and
the testimony.
Yeah. And it was just, it's not, like I said, there's still a lot of remnants of different emotions there. They don't consume me at all, but there are remnants of it. And so, as we continue to share our experience and our journey and be authentic on this platform, I'm sure it will unveil itself over time.
Slowly.
But I didn't want to continue to at least not say that, so that there can be grace for how I express myself. Because a lot of times it's like, well, what are you saying? Are you...
So are you single? Are you dating? Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you like?
It's like there's so I don't want there to be confusion.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I just I want there to be like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
We're working through it.
Yeah.
Nothing is I'm literally still in the thick of the process.
Yeah.
But what's most important is the health, the mental health, the mental strength, the health, emotional health of my children are what's most important to me right now. And just making sure that they're good.
And you.
Yeah, and me.
You for them.
For sure. But I feel like I've been doing better with like myself.
You are, what is it? Chef's kiss.
I feel like I'm doing better with myself.
You're killing it.
Yeah.
You're killing shit right now. Like, for real. For real. For real. Clap that up. Killing shit. Yeah.
I'm just taking it a day at a time.
And as the journey goes, you share more and you get deeper, and you talk about whatever as we go. Like, she chose to share this today, and I'm so like happy
I don't know
free.
What else to, I know.
I mean, there's nothing else to say. Like,
I
think that's the main thing. Y'all so damn nosy, but it's like, so is she married or not? But
I mean, I just get those comments all the time, and again, like, I'm not interested in dishonoring him either.
At all.
I'm not interested in I'm not interested in that.
Yeah,
I don't want to say anything bad about him.
Yeah, good. And you tell your truth, like I told you about the other situation, you tell your truth gracefully. Yeah. You can tell the truth and still have grace, but it's still the truth.
It's still the truth.
You know what I mean? Like, you still deserve to tell your truth, but, in a graceful way. You don't have to bash somebody to tell the truth. You don't have to try to hurt somebody to tell the truth. Yeah. But the truth is the truth. Yeah. Your experience is your experience. Yeah. And when you get to that point, and if you ever get to that point of not detail, but whatever you decide to talk about, you talk about it when you feel convicted to talk about it.
Yeah. I just think that this I will say this, that the podcast is so important because, or part of why we do what we do is so that people can have healthy relationships, and not just healthy relationships with each other, but a healthy relationship with yourself. And it really starts there, having and I have been very transparent to say, like, I am nowhere close to the spiritual maturity that I have now. I did not have for a majority of my marriage. And I know that a lot of my immaturity contributed to a lot of the dysfunction in that relationship. And it doesn't take away from his role and what he is responsible for. But I also know that I am a participant, or I was a participant in that marriage. I'm not a victim. And I know that there are so many things that had I had this, you know what I mean? There's like, had I had this mentality, this, this experience of really being authentic and growing and having a desire to know God in a deeper way. Yeah. And if I had this at 22, maybe even if I had it at 19, maybe I wouldn't even have gotten married. I don't know. Not that I love my kids. They're the least of anything that I regret in my life. They are my life. But, just like having the healthy relationship with yourself and God positions you to have healthy platonic relationships which then help you have healthy romantic relationships.
Because you choose your partner.
Yeah, and that foundation is so solid. Yeah. And you are attracting the thing that you are. Yeah. And we were so young and just, there really wasn't a foundation there. And over time, that offense and hurt, it just cracks at the very weak foundation that was already there in the first place. Yeah, yeah. And then after so long, it just crumbles. Yeah. And, there are times where it can be repaired, but two people have to be equally invested
in the healing, in the growth,
in the personal healing, in the personal journey. Yep. Not just, I want to fix this marriage, but like, I want to fix me. And, you have to have both. And so for people who are watching, whether you're single male or single woman, whatever, like, really hone in on the personal relationship that you have with yourself and that you have with God. So that way, when the time comes for you to get married or go down that journey, you're attracting somebody that's on that same page, that has that same foundation, and that is forever
evolving.
Forever
wanting
evolving
more.
And wanting to do that.
Yep. Constant evolution in every aspect.
Because sometimes it's like, it doesn't have to be Like, divorce doesn't have to be messy. People are messy. It doesn't have to be messy at all. People decide
to make it a thing.
Because even if you outgrow each other, it doesn't have to be like you're a piece of shit. And it's just like we
aren't aligned right now.
We're not aligned. And this may not be what you really want. I may not be what you really want. And that doesn't make you a bad person. That just means that you need to be in alignment with what you really want. And that's okay.
And that's okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't look at it as like a negative thing. Do I wish it had a different outcome? I do. But, you know, here we are.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm like, here we are.
I'm so proud of you, girl.
Thanks.
Jesus.
Doing my best.
You're doing it.
Doing my best.
You're doing it. Y'all pray.
And shout out to my village,
cover us
though.
in prayer, yeah.
Shout out to, you know.
Cover Megan in prayer.
My friends who, now that part will make me emotional.
What?
Just my friends who, like, you know, really stood there.
Yeah.
You know, and allowed me to be in, and the reminder, like, this is who you are. This is what you deserve. This is, you know, just that support. Mm-hmm. You know, I would not have been able, the last 2 years, I would not have been, Jesus Christ.
What is it? Lord of mercy. Megan Ashley.
Thanks. Sorry,
it's a spider, y'all.
But yeah, I just would not have been able to, I would not have been able to get through what was like the most painful 2 years of my life.
Yeah.
Had I not had
Lord
the support of my friends and my mother,
your mom,
and the reason why I say, like, the reason why it was so small, because a lot of people just didn't know. Yeah, you know, a lot of people didn't know.
Yeah.
I kept that very private.
Yeah.
So, you know, they stood
so
with me.
Yeah.
And I would have never been able to get or have the confidence to get through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Had I not had the people that I had in my life.
We love you so much. So much. We're so proud of you. And we've seen, like, nobody that's watching this will understand what this girl has fought. Nobody will comprehend what this girl has fought. Nobody will even, you won't even be able to fathom it. And I was there, and I can't even fathom it because I still am not in you. I don't know the battles that you have to fight every day, but you did it, and you're doing it constantly every single day. Yeah. I tell you that. And sometimes I be affirming her so much. I'm like, I know it sounds redundant. I know I always say this. I don't want to make it seem like it's just a copy and paste ritual. Like, I constantly say that, and I mean it. Like, you're doing great. You're doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I love you. And I'm proud of you for even having this conversation on a mic.
Yeah.
You know? And y'all, I'm telling y'all, she wanted to share it. She's like, it's just timing. It's some things you gotta, she's still in the test.
Yeah.
You know, it's still like, yes, this is a testimony of what she made it through the past 2 years, but in a year, this is going to be another testimony. Like, she's still in the test of it. She's still in the middle of it. So y'all have a little, watch your comments and be graceful and stop. Everything ain't just on y'all's time.
Yeah.
You know, y'all, I understand y'all, most of it is love. Nobody's like
for
picking,
sure.
You know, y'all want to know, but we're really open books. We want to share everything with y'all.
And I'm not,
you know?
and we don't always know if we're doing it the right way.
Okay.
We don't know if we're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
We're just trying to be as genuine and authentic as possible. So, like, you know, there just has to be grace.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm still figuring it out. I'm not an expert in anything.
Yeah.
You know, but the journey and trying to share as much as I feel like God has allowed us to share. Yeah. So, but I mean, I appreciate so much of the support, even from our chain gang and family. Like, everybody has been super supportive.
Yeah.
So.
We love you so much. I love you. And you made the right decision.
I did.
You did.
I did. I'm confident in that.
Ooh, that's good.
That's for
for damn sure.
That's for sure.
You made the right decision, man.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you.
You want to say anything else? No pressure.
What if I was like,
no, Megan. No. What if I was like, what?
all right, I give you a one juice story.
No. All right. This one time, I ain't gonna lie.
Almost killed that nigga.
All right. Peace and blessings and all that shit. But this one time, I ain't gonna lie, bitch. This nigga
Almost burnt the whole motherfucker down. Almost burnt that house down. Woo, almost burnt that house down.
All right, graceful. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you something real quick. No. You're an idiot.
Jesus.
What if I was like this one time?
I wouldn't do that, no. No.
I'm proud of you. I love you. And yeah, this was a good therapy session.
Yeah.
Good release. And y'all got y'all damn answer. Shit.
Got your answer. That is what it is.
That is what it is. And God is going to continue to speak through us and talk to us and let us know when to share. And I'm excited about this just came, like the fasting next week too. Mm-hmm. Like we need to be intentional about not just those prayers too. And I said this, like I want to make an intentional list. We have to do that next week. I'll do it when we're fasting. Like detailed prayers. Like every day I pray. I pray for Shekinah. I pray for our team. I pray for you. I pray detailed. Not God bless Megan. God bless her children. I thank you for putting Megan in my life. Thank you for
God. We thank you for a peaceful transition in Megan's life. We thank you for a peaceful transition for the kids.
I thank you in advance for keeping her mind.
Yes.
I thank you for letting her. I want to literally have, and I know I say my affirmations, but I want to write down detailed prayers. What does Megan need in this season detailed? So I'm going to be intentional about that during the fast.
For sure.
But yeah, man.
Making your request made known. I think that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like when you pray.
Yes.
Make your request known.
Yes.
God, this is what I need.
Detailed.
Not that he doesn't know what
he
you
knows.
need, but you need to be able to say that out loud. This is what I need.
To him.
This is what I need. I need this.
Specifics.
I need this.
Yep.
So for sure, I love that.
I love you. And it's another episode.
I know. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
What do you know for sure? What are you saying no to for sure?
What do I know for sure? I know for sure that Megan and Ashley.
Are you about to cry? Don't. Then I feel like I held mine in pretty well. You're going to make me cry.
You are the most resilient, God-fearing. You're the strongest person I have ever met in my life. Ever met in my life. Seeing you go through your darkest times and seeing you come out of that and still having so much faith, like, that is something I admire, and I strive to be like that every day. You pull me closer to God. Because of you, I have given my life to Christ numerous times, over and over, yearning for a relationship with him. And I don't ever want you to doubt what you already know. It's inside of you. And the confidence is going to come out of you this year, and you're never going to look back. You're never not going to have confidence. Yeah. This is the year that you have it, and keep it. Yeah. And I just know for sure that God put you in my life to save me. And you did just that. So I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. And this is just a season that you're going to make it through, just like every other dark day you made it through. That's what I know for sure. Yeah. And I'm saying no to us ever going back to days like that. We're going to have problems. We're going to have things hurdles we have to jump over. We're going to have barriers that we're going to have to knock down, but we will never, ever go back to depression, anxiety, dark thoughts, all I rebuke that all in the name of Jesus, and I'm saying no to days like that. Like, our greatest days are ahead of us. Your greatest days are ahead of you.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love you.
Love you. Oh, man. What do I know for sure? I don't even know. I'm like, I don't know anything right now.
No, the bottom. It's just tissue on the bottom. Yeah.
You get it?
Right under. Jeez, yeah, right there. Yep.
Is that all?
Yep.
I know for sure that God is real and that he continues to manifest his realness even in our relationship. Like, to be able to see God in a relationship, this was probably the first experience of that that I've ever had. To see him work in a relationship, work through a relationship, and the effects of it outside of the relationship, the effects of it that it has made. That's why we have this podcast.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
that's why so many people have been able to cultivate a relationship with God.
Yep.
And it started in this relationship. And it's a testament to how strongly I feel about people having a relationship with God. Because I was able to see what a relationship could do in him. And B often contributes a lot of her faith and a lot of positive things to our friendship or to what I've been able to do for her. But you were able to save my life numerous occasions and did it unconsciously. No matter how dark how much darkness I was consumed in. And I know that manifested itself physically in other ways. You never stopped reminding me of who I was and what my potential was, and never stopped calling things out of me. You never stopped. You were the only person that has believed in me in a bigger way outside of like what I could do for you. You know, you believed in what I could contribute to this earth. And I've never experienced God in a relationship like that, because you were always the echo for him. You always echoed him. Everything that he's always said about me, you echoed it. And I was in a relationship where the opposite was echoed. And I believed it, you know. I believed it. And so to experience a relationship where someone echoes the voice of God to you, where they resemble that sound and those words, you know, I've never experienced that before. In this way, you know, obviously, but I never experienced it in this way. And so I know the healing that this relationship has done, not just for us, but so many people. You know what I mean? Thanks.
Thank you.
And, you know, I know that it's real.
Yeah,
and I know that it can work.
It's real.
Because I've seen it. I see us doing it.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, but yeah. Thank you for being the echo of Christ. Thank you. Even when you didn't know it, even when you didn't know what you believed and what you believed and how you believed and fully, you were always the echo. You were always his voice. You were always his echo. Like everything that you've always encouraged me with echoed him, you know, and I know it because I know the opposite.
Yeah, Jesus, Lord.
And that saved my life.
Yeah.
And it's a saving grace in my life to be able to have somebody remind you, because it's easy to remind people of all the things they do bad. You know, it's easy to remind somebody of what the mistakes that they've made and how they may have hurt you, or you know, but to always encourage me. I mean, it is the saving grace in my life. It really is. So, thank you for that.
Thank you. I love you. Jesus. Well, bye, y'all.
I'm like, thank God I didn't wear makeup that much today. I just put concealer on.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Know For Sure podcast. This is great. Oh, Patreon. What's up? Chain Gang. We love y'all. Make sure you sign up for Patreon if you're not already on there, you guys. Patreon, Know For Sure Pod. Go sign up, go subscribe for extra content, exclusive content, and first dibs on tickets and everything. We love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, love you guys.
I'm B.Simone.
Megan Ashley.
See you next week.
Hopefully we're not crying next week.
I love you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Know For Sure podcast. Make sure you keep the conversation going and use our hashtag KnowForSurePod.
Yes, we want to see you guys share the hashtag KnowForSurePod on all social media platforms. We want to keep the conversation going.
And follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram and Twitter, KnowForSurePod.